Federal government expects a bumper harvest in this year's farming season as farmers' output increases despite environmental challenges. Experts highlight impact of uncorrected vision in payment on children's education and future through initiatives. And stakeholders move to strengthen awareness of breast cancer by offering free screening and diagnosis for Nigerians. Hello and welcome to the late evening news at 11 on Nta News24, reaching you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. My name is Justin Bemunyi. In an effort towards tackling broader challenges in key areas of health, education and skills development, Nasarawa State Government has developed a policy document that will facilitate implementation of programs aimed at improving lives of the people in the state. Vice President Kashim Shettima, who launched the two documents in Lafia, restated the commitment of the federal government to support states in driving noble ideas that will address current economic challenges. Aliu Tijani reports.
Nasarawa State Human Capital Development Strategy document and the State Gender Transformative Human Capital Development Policy Framework. Vice President Kashim Shettima commends Nasarawa State Government for developing the two documents aimed at enhancing human capacity and improve the state economy. He calls for full implementation of the document by the implementing agencies in order for the people of the state to reap its maximum benefits.
As we celebrate this leap towards the future, we are reminded that the way forward must be shaped by state-specific action plans that address the unique challenges and opportunities in each region. This is the essence of progress.
The document underscored the position of Nasarawa, Akwa Ibom, and Kaduna states in the Human Capital Development Index in the country, which Governor Abdullahi Sule says mechanisms have been put in place to ensure the implementation of the document in the state.
These documents will no doubt guide us to propel Nasarawa State into a new era of development, inclusivity, and economic prosperity.
It is, in essence, a strategic blueprint for transformation, a roadmap that will guide our efforts in addressing the core challenges that have historically impeded our development and the full realization of our state's potential.
While in Lafia, the Vice President flagged off distribution of relief items that include food items, chicken feeds, sewing machines, cooking stoves, grinding machines, among others, donated to the state by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons and the Bank of Industry. At the Palace of the Emir of Lafia, the Vice President commends the peaceful coexistence in the state, describing the prevailing peace as pivotal to the prosperity of the state. In Lafia, Aliu Tijani, Nta News.
Now, Minister of Foreign Affairs Yusuf Tuga says Nigeria, as the giant African nation, has gone far in its efforts to secure a permanent seat in the United Nations Security Council. The minister, while addressing journalists on the economic policies put in place by the Tinubu administration, also calls for more patience by Nigerians towards achieving the country's reform target. Abdullahi Aminu reports.
The Foreign Affairs Minister Yusuf Maitama Tuga said the country has helped a lot in stabilizing and strengthening democracy on the entire African continent. On the current pressing domestic issues in the country, the minister said the reforms policies by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu are all geared towards stabilizing the weak economy which his administration inherited for the benefit of Nigerians.
And we're beginning to feel the impact. It is slow, but you also have to remember that Nigeria is not in isolation. This hardship is taking place all over the world.
While calling on Nigerians to exercise more patience for the benefits involved in the Tinubu administration policies and programs, the minister also said that Nigeria has stand firm on its proposal to the United Nations on the need to halt the escalation violence in the Israel-Palestine conflict. In Bauchi, Abdullahi Aminu, Nta News.
Now, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekpe Ekpo, has emphasized the federal government's commitment to enhancing gas expansion and utilization in Nigeria. Taking the message to the doorsteps of a private gas company, he urged them to align with national goals aimed at increasing domestic gas consumption and reducing gas flaring. Lydia Sampson reports.
Government's initiatives including compressed natural gas, liquefied natural gas, and liquefied petroleum gas form part of the Decade of Gas policy, targeting significant investments and infrastructure development to boost the sector. The minister highlighted the need for collaboration to ensure energy security and facilitate the transition to cleaner energy sources, positioning gas as a vital component of Nigeria's economic future.
We are there for you, and let us know what your challenges are and look for a way to address such issues. You've mentioned the capacity of power plants that are already in the country. It cannot really produce the power that we need because of lack of gas. Whereas we talk about having up to 209 trillion cubic feet of gas in the country, we shouldn't be crying about low power supply in this country if we really are committed to developing the gas sector. And the president is so much intentional and strategic about developing the gas sector to drive the economy of this nation.
He says the objective of the visit is to find out and mitigate challenges that will be an obstacle to the public-private partnership the government seeks to strengthen with the indigenous players in the gas value chains. He says, as an integral part of development, both public and private sectors must be on the same page for a sustainable energy future. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, Nta News.
The federal government has received a report on the 2024 rainy season, indicating a significant increase in farmers' output despite the environmental challenges associated with the season. The National Agricultural Extension and Research Liaison Service compiled a report and presented it to the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliyu Sabi Abdullahi. Musa Babali reports.
The survey initially analyzed the 2024 rain pattern, revealing a decrease in rainfall compared to the 2023 season. This decline in rainfall resulted in a dry spell that adversely affected crop in 33 states. Additionally, floods were another contributing factor that impacted farmers' output during the season. A total of 31 states spanning 180 local government areas experienced flooding, with the northeast region severely affected. Despite these challenges, there has been notable increase in farmers' output this year. For example, rice farmers in 10 states were able to produce 9.129 million tons of paddy this year, with Niger State leading in production with over 700,000 tons. Similarly, 11.216 million tons of maize were cultivated in 10 states, with Kaduna maintaining its position as the top producer. Sorghum, cowpea and soybeans production also saw increase of 2.56%, 0.24% and 4.31% during the season. The survey further highlights that 46 million tons of cassava were produced during this year, with Benue taking the lead in production, followed by Kogi State. Niger leads in yam production, followed by Nasarawa, Enugu, and Edo states.
This report showed that 62% of Nigerians are now planting improved seed. And that's a very good increase. Last year we did a survey, it was between 15 to 25% Nigerian using improved seed.
Before the next rainy season, we should be able to deliver on that particular platform. The platform is going to bring in all this content from the various subject matter specialists and experts on how farmers are supposed to produce, when they are supposed to produce, and how they are supposed to tackle issues that they will see in terms of disease condition or maybe poor crop performance and whatnot, and actions they are supposed to take. I guess that is the kind of knowledge that farmers will need out there to do their own production.
There was general increase in cost of production of major crops during the season under review. In Abuja, Musa Baba Aliyu, NTA News.
Now, soccer is coming to 1 million visually impaired persons across the country through the Christian Health Association of Nigeria and Education, Social and Health Mission, MESH, a non-governmental management of children's eye health and targeting a reduction in national eye disease burden. Oluseyi Adebo reports on the board's awareness campaign and free eye screening to commemorate 2024 World Sight Day in Abuja.
Starting at the National Christian Center with speeches and interactive awareness on the significance of taking care of the eye, President Christian Health Association of Nigeria, Colonel Andrew Imugu, who is also a medical doctor, set the tone by reminding everyone that though the ability to see is a precious gift, millions of Nigerians suffer from vision impairment or blindness.
80% of visual impairment is preventable or treatable, source World Health Organization. To this end, we want to encourage you all as spiritual leaders to support Chan's eye health initiatives. Now and in the future, remember to regularly go for eye examinations and proper eye care.
For various partners on this mission to restore vision, it is a collective responsibility that must be prioritized to help mitigate the challenge of 1.9 million Nigerians with visual impairment.
Very important for us to highlight particularly the harmful eye practices that we see occur within our communities, where we see that individuals use substances like urine, breast milk, kafura, battery water, onion water, bitter leaf water. Please, all of these are extremely harmful to the eyes and should not be used near the eye or inside the eye. Please, if you have redness, if you have Apollo, please see the eye health professional, the doctor or the surgeon that would attend to you.
Just because of Islamic Affairs is collaborating, especially MESH is collaborating with Chan in distributing these high glasses. Yeah, so we'll be working in other states. So MESH is going to be doing distribution, handling distribution for the Muslim aspects, Muslims in the country, for the states that we're going to be implementing.
Eye is a very important organ of the body, and it's like a window of the body. So without eye, you can't move around. And so in adulthood, there's what we call presbyopia. And as Chan, we are joining the government of Nigeria to provide eyeglasses to correct presbyopia in the country among people aged 40 and above, so that they can improve in doing or carrying out their livelihood activities.
Over 800 million people around the world who can't see simply for the reason that they don't have reading glasses. And so what we're doing is to scale our partnership across the continent of Africa, and now excitingly in Nigeria, to bring reading glasses, a very simple solution for presbyopia, to the people in need.
The distribution of free glasses took place at the National Mosque Clinic. Many who came with various challenges to their sight were able to clearly see and read.
The innovation of this, coming with the collaboration of the Christian and Muslim, I think this is a very welcome development, and I pray this should go a long way in uniting us all together as human beings.
It's awesome, and it's something that will be very useful not only to me, but to people around me. I have been better equipped to advise, to guide, and to encourage others on how to maintain healthy eyesight.
I was among those that left with the tool to read and see more clearly. It is important to note the huge success collaboration between healthcare providers, religious organizations, and communities can achieve in increasing awareness about eye health and preventable blindness. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, Nta News.
And that was rather Lydia Sampson's report on the unique collaboration between Chan and Mesh in the distribution of free eyeglasses in Abuja. And now moving on, Optometrists and Dispensing Opticians Registration Board of Nigeria is prioritizing public knowledge on eliminating avoidable blindness, especially management of children's eye health and targeting a reduction in national eye disease burden. Olushe Adiagbo reports on the board's awareness campaign and free eye screening to commemorate 2024 World Sight Day in Abuja.
Poorer outcomes and eye conditions is associated with poor health illiteracy, and as the global theme of the 2024 World Sight Day focuses on children's vision, Optometrists and Dispensing Opticians Registration Board of Nigeria is putting children's eye health at the center of this cause with a national team run to end blindness.
And also we're encouraging parents and caregivers, don't take away the greens from the breakfast table. Give them vegetables, give them fruits, and let them also find ways to exercise their eyes by doing eye exercises. If we're able to campaign and help these children love their eyes as children, they will grow up to have better eyesight, will have minimal problems in adulthood.
So maintaining and promoting a very good sight is really very important. And when you look at the theme of this year, that run to prevent blindness, is quite very, very apt.
There are conversations around taking the campaign to the grassroots with the belief that protecting the eyes has connection with winning the fight against insecurity and aiding national productivity.
And take it as a nation that whatever you can do to preserve your eye, to make you see something, it is your own security and security of all within you.
Like we have our own constituency projects, which we draw down to the constituencies, making sure that the people in the constituencies know exactly what we are talking about, the health of the eye.
The board regulates the practice of optometry and dispensing opticianry assures of continued enlightenment on eye exercises and commitment to better eye care services in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope health sector-wide approach. In Abuja, Oluseye Adiagbo, Nta News.
You're watching the late evening news at 11 on Nta News 24. We now take a break. More reports when we return to stay with us.
Grace, how sweet the sound.
The family of late Dongfom Miscom John Katkwap Thailand of Shandam, Plateau State announces the sudden demise of their dear son, brother, grandson, husband, father, and friend, late Mr. Richard Adamutale, whose sad event occurred early hours on Sunday, October 6, 2024. The late Richard Thailand, who died at the age of 42 years in Abuja after a brief illness, is survived by a mother, wife, 3 children, 4 sisters, and in-laws. Burial arrangement. Tuesday, October 15, 2024, there will be a Christian wake-keep at St. Finbar's Catholic Church, Wayfield, Jos, Plateau State. Time, 4 p.m. Wednesday, October 16, 2024, sympathizers are to assemble at Air Force Military Hospital, Wayfield, Jos. Time, 7 a.m. The corpse will be conveyed from the hospital immediately thereafter to Shandam town. Requiem Mass will take place at Sacred Heart Catholic Cathedral, Shandam, at 11 a.m. Final interment will be immediately after Mass at the family compound, GRA, Shandam, Yelwa Road. Announcer, Air Vice Marshal U.S. Abbas, retired, for the family.
The Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association, NAFOA, in a bid to combat breast cancer head-on, has opened their doors to the community, offering free breast cancer screenings to all with a 50% discount on subsequent screenings. NAFOA President Rakia Abubakar let the cat out of the bag at a cancer awareness walk and talk at the NAF Base Sports Complex, NAF Valley Estate, Asokoro, Abuja. Defense correspondent reports that ensuring that it was a rallying call for a future where everyone had the chance to fight back against cancer.
As the sun began to rise over Abuja, vibrant colors filled the sky, mirroring the spirit of the Nigerian Air Force Officers' Wives Association, NAFOA, as they gathered for a cancer awareness walk.
We touch lives positively and we make community smile. We love this land for our.
This year's theme, Educate, Empower, Eradicate a Future Without Cancer, echoed in the hearts of everyone present. In a sea of pink, adorned with ribbons, the #1 citizen of NAFOA, Rekia Hassan, and members of NAFOA, DEPOA, NAOA, NOAA connected through shared stories, decided to give back to the society. Though one or two might have lost their loved ones to breast cancer, today they wear a ribbon in their honor, determined to turn their grief into action. The walk, each step resonating with purpose about early detection and importance of regular checkups to residents of NAF Valley Estate, Asokoro, Abuja.
We must empower those affected by cancer. This involves ensuring robust support system, high-quality healthcare, and the essential resources needed to navigate this challenging journey. No one should battle cancer in isolation, and through empowerment, we provide strength and hope to individuals and families.
With a renewed sense of hope, the participants pledged to continue their advocacy. They envisioned a future where no one would face cancer alone, where education would pave the way for empowered choices, and where community support could ultimately eradicate this silent adversary. Olajide Bello, Nta News.
Now, as part of efforts to complement government's quest to tackle drug abuse and rising cases of mental health challenges among youths, Vanguard Against Drug Abuse and Advocacy Group organized a summit in the FCT where it disabused young minds against indulgence and vices and urged them to prioritize their mental health and well-being. Thomas Obitiri reports.
They are youths, parents and children, including professionals from various backgrounds, to discuss the crucial intersection of mental health and drug abuse. The gathering focused on how victims and the vulnerable can seek professional help. The strong message is the consequences of discarding medical and professional recommendations.
Don't allow stress to take anything from you, because most of these disorders are point from stress.
Unlike most of my colleagues out there who believe that without drugs they can't sing or rap, of course I'm doing all of that without involving myself in drug abuse.
The convener, Dr. Hope Umeza, and an advocate of behavioral change, Dandela Abdurrahman, urged participants to avoid drug abuse and embrace the importance of open communications, encouraging parents to always listen to their children.
So we're advocating with this program that parents and teachers should let young people express themselves, because if you don't let them express themselves, they will find a way to express themselves, but in the wrong way. So it's important that we must begin to prioritize the feelings, the emotions, and the thoughts of young people in the families and in our society.
And children, please express yourself. Parents, empathize with the children, support them. I urge our government to provide avenues where children can be able to open up. Schools create avenues where children will be able to open up. Teachers, be God-fearing. When children open up, don't take advantage of them.
The summit serves as a reminder of the collective responsibility in nurturing the mental well-being of the younger generation. In Abuja, Thomas Ogbetere, NTA News.
And this ends the Late Evening News at 11 on Nta News24. Thank you so much for being a part of it. My name is Justin Bemu, and I said to have a wonderful night rest.